rushing at 15 seconds is never easy with your first time out on the TV table. But obviously we're watching Cohen here, and Cohen's going to have a good opportunity to settle in.
Yeah, this is, we talk about underdogs. This is a very big favourite against an underdog story. We've got, well, a very familiar face that has just broken off, Tom Cousins. He is the #1 player. He is right at the top of the game, and quite rightly, with a, well, almost dominating run that he's been on. He's up against 15-year-old Cohen Bradford. So this is a huge stage and a huge match for Cohen, but he is certainly making waves. We've got the #1 player right now, 2-time world champion in Tom Cousins, but there is no reason to believe that Cohen can't go on and emulate that in years to come. He has some real talent.
I mean, I'm just going to put it right out there. Cohen is a future world champion. There is no doubt about it.
No pressure.
Yeah, no. yeah. No, put no pressure on him early doors. But the thing is with Cohen, I mean, some of the results that he's had for the age that he is, you know, semi-finals and a quarter-final already in Tier 2 this year. He's won the national world under 15s. He's taken some good players long distances. There was an event up in kind of Swaddling-Cote area. He took 𝗡𝗶𝘆 to a decider. We know how good Cole is, and if he's doing that at his age, before he's even really kicked into gear at 18, then he's still got a long way to go.
And of course, he's had success in the TikTok tournaments as well that we have at our weekends up in Blackpool.
Yeah,
certainly not afraid to run deep, afraid to win the titles, and I'm with you. I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes against the best player in the world. Can he settle in? Can he find a rhythm? Because that, to me, is a big step forward. If you can do it against, contemporaries in your local and in tournaments, that's one thing. But can you do it against the best?
Yeah, that you can see from the first clearance he's gone for there, he's maybe going to get caught out by the table a little bit. When he played the cannon into the yellow, I think he probably expected that yellow to hang over the pocket. Obviously, it dropped. In this situation here, he's gone for the double. The yellow slid off the cushion, so it may just take a bit of time for him to bed in, but good opportunity for Tom now.
Tom's not just favourite for the match, he's favourite for the tournament, quite rightly. He has just been on a ridiculous run of form. With Tom, I mean, especially in a first to 13 format, we've had 2 or 3 of these long formats already. We had the World Masters, the World Championships, and the British Open as well. And Tom's walked away with 2 of those 3 titles, and it took Jordan Shepherd throwing the absolute kitchen sink at him to beat him in the other one. So it shows you what level you're going to have to play at to beat him. Yeah, you referenced the British Open. That was the last major tournament we had here. Obviously, we're here every week for the Pairs Cup and the Champions League, but the last time we were here with a deep race, and he did take away the title. And he beat the Masters defending champion, Scott Gillespie, in the final. Scott's also in action. He's back to defend his title. We'll keep you updated. I think he's got Keith Warren in the first round. We'll run through the scores as we go through the day. We have got 16 matches, I believe, in action right now across the venue. We're going to focus on this one here.
Yeah, that was the key positional shot there, and he's nailed it. He just didn't want to overrun that white past the yellow. Maybe a roll short of where he would have liked to have been to be absolutely perfect, but he can slip past this red to leave it the same middle. But this is exactly what Cohen's going to be up against all day. Tom is not going to give him a sniff unless Cohen goes out and earns his frames. So, but he's a bit straight there, I think.
Yeah, it's a poor shot. If he tries to manipulate it and use the pocket here, there's every chance he doesn't get far enough across the left-hand side.
I almost wonder if he's that straight, he's just got to screw back and leave an awkward one in the middle.
I think he has just a touch of angle.
Oh wow, he really forced that. It's a great shot.
Very, very good start. That wasn't your wide open, easy counter clearance for Tom Cousins. That was work all the way through. Oh, wow.
He can't hit it much better than that.
Yeah, take that on repeat all day. that cue ball went flush parallel with that side cushion. Ball straight in the middle pocket. That is the definition of a good cut break.
Yeah, don't worry. We weren't going to get excited about the golden break. Golden breaks aren't in play for the Masters.
It's just a bit of a tricky route. There just seems to be one ball for either colour set, which is just slightly covered. If he's going reds here, he's going to have to think about that one near the left middle pocket. Just covered to all its natural pockets. He could come in behind it and maybe play it top right or right middle.
Yeah, I like top right. If he could track down the table off the one right centre, then he could get there. Yeah, that's what he's looking at. Needs to be precise here because he almost wants to land on the bottom one, the one middle of the cushion, in just such a way where he can just drop it in and hold the angle. I think he's too straight.
Yeah, once again, this was just one of these clearances where the table might catch him out a little bit. Just in terms of its reaction, he maybe expected that white to kind of go through a little bit more. But I don't know if he can do anything with this. Is he maybe looking at seeing if he can play a double? Oh, he tried to play the double off the yellow.
Yeah, that's all gone wrong, but it's made a complete mess for Tom Cousins as well. The problem he's got for Cohen, and obviously first time on this big stage against one of the absolute greats of our game, is he's just not going to get any gifts. He's not going to get any second chances. He's going to have to go out there and earn everything that he gets. So he's going to have to start taking out first visit finishes if he wants to compete in the match.
Realistically, yes. I think there is the small opportunity, you know, that it does go the other way. You've got to remember that whenever we've watched Tom, he's played one of the world's best. We don't often see him against the amateurs. So is that maybe something that could throw Tom off a little bit in terms of the fact that obviously it may not be as free-flowing pool as he's used to?
I just think that because it's a race to 13, he can just settle in. He doesn't have to. If it's a race to 7, you know, like we have in the Pro Series, then it could be one of those mindsets that he's a huge favourite to win this match, and it could go wrong. Get off to a slow start, and all of a sudden you feel like you're under more pressure than you would be if he was playing, you know, another one of the absolute elite players. But in a race to 13, I just think he's got all the time in the world to bet in, and I think that pressure that you're talking about only comes in if Cohen gets out of this first session 7-5, 6-6, something like that, or, you know, a long way in front.
Yeah, I mean, frames like this may help Cohen, to be fair. The frames, because once again, Tom loves that attacking style. Okay, he is very good at the safety department as well, but it's not what you'd call his natural game. And things like that just give Cohen more shots at the table and give him that more opportunity just to kind of bed in and get the feel. Whereas you can see with Tom's intent there, you know, he doesn't want Cohen to settle. He wants to attack and go out and win the frames and, you know, put Cohen way behind before he is able to settle. But missing that cannon doesn't mean that he's got to chase this, but it's just another ball off the table for him. That's a nice shot. Just almost like a game of chess, just putting your opponent in check. Cohen is just going to have to kind of nullify the situation and just try and sit the white on the red again, or play a cover like that. Yeah, this frame's definitely got some length in it and could actually kill a fair bit of the match clock as well. We obviously talk about the fact that we've got 12 frames in this session. This is the kind of frame that might not see us get there. That is a great shot, by the way.
Oh, brilliant. But that's a bit. I think that the match shortening up does help Cohen. So if we have a few frames like this, it can really slow it down as we see this great shot once again.
It's so easy for those to bounce out the middle as well, and it shows how well he's cued it, that it's just dropped straight away for him. Almost like it was scared to stay out. now Tom's opened this into an opportunity. Pretty sure he can just pop the yellow naturally into the middle that's next to the 8 ball, but if not, then may need a bit of work. He's just having a look at it now. Yeah, he's settled with it, he's happy with it.
Showed good patience in this frame as Tom gets his opportunity and makes it look fairly simple. Wow!
He must have just... Did he just clip the red?
That could be huge for Cohen. I don't think it will affect Tom. He knows he should be 2-0 up here, but this is what an opportunity here for Cohen. Just to get a frame on the board here and get going. Let's have another look. Does he just catch the red with his tip?
Look how close he is, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually with the cue.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is golden for Cohen. He's got to take this out now.
Yeah. Well, having said at the beginning of the frame that he's not going to get any gifts from Tom Cousins and he's going to have to go out there and earn everything he gets in this match, he has been given a huge gift.
He's just underdone this a little bit. He wants to be right behind this. The further away you are from him, this is actually quite an awkward pot.
Yeah, you look at the overhead, it looks a lot trickier than it does on the main
very good.
Main camera.
Very, very good. We might see this game really open up now because Tom's going to be frustrated by that and just want to go in and hammer a few and get some clearances in. You know, a break like that maybe shows that. And then Cohen on the other side of things, now that he's got his first frame on the board, he's probably feeling, well, I'm settled, let's just go for it. And yeah, this might turn from what we've seen in the first 2 frames into a very open game, but Tom could have been rewarded with a slightly nicer layout for the break. Still got a decent opportunity, but work to do.
Tom was dry, wasn't he, first break, but he's not going to be dry for long with a break that big. It was incredible to watch the power he can generate.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone for the cut break on his second one.
And it's still power.
Yeah, and he's still generated 2, nearly 3 balls. But balls are split everywhere.
He hits the cut break harder than 99% of the players. A couple do it at a similar sort of pace, but it's quite ridiculous.
Pretty sure I could go 100 times and try and hit the ball as hard as he does and never achieve it. or if I do, it might go through the wall. But yeah, this is good. It's just the next positional shot he's just got to get right. Do all that up, but just wants to give himself a nice angle going on to the next one, just because otherwise he'll be chasing onto that 8 ball. That's pretty good. He's just going to have to screw up the table or use that side cushion for his last position on the 8. Yes, perfect. Good response, this.
Yeah, very good response from Tom Cousins. Didn't let that bad mistake in the previous frame affect him. I think the tournament is set. This is. I'll come back to your point because we talk about Tom and his power cut break. That's the problem when you try and hit the cut break so hard, the cue ball can fly off the table.
I think he actually. You see, he's using a break cue there. Obviously, it's got the thicker tip on it. Sometimes if you just dip very slightly as you're going through the ball, you give the white ball a bit of lift when you hit that second ball, especially because you're cutting onto it, it causes it to jump, and I think that's exactly what's just happened there to Cohen.
Yeah, when you're queuing for the break, you're always queuing off the cushion, and that means you're digging down on the ball, and you're absolutely right. Get that little bit too low, too much power, that cue catch the pack on a hop, you can get it off the table quite easily. So, coming back to your point, I think this tournament is set for somebody that's at the top end of the game to win it. Now that we've increased the races to 13, you know, we're going to get deeper as we go. I think the finals are best of 29. No one's going to, I think we will see the cream really rise to the top. And we normally do see the cream rise to the top, but for me, I think it would be a major surprise to not see one of the top 10 players go on and win this tournament. I don't think this is one for somebody to jump out of the pack.
I do agree to a degree. I think it is obviously going to be one of the top pros, but I think there's a couple in there that definitely could go deep that maybe aren't in and around the top 10. Maybe they're kind of in their the 20s and 30s in the rankings. Someone like 𝗏 Day really shouts out to me at the moment. I think Chris has had a really solid year, and I think somebody that's got that level of consistency has definitely got the opportunity to go deep in a longer event. But once again, yeah, Tom's well and truly in here. He played a good cannon at the start just to open up one of the awkward yellows in the middle.
He's got a bad angle here though. He wanted to be the other side of straight on the, to be able to get onto the yellow into right centre.
Or being hampered doesn't help. This is now very tricky.
Yeah, and he has to get the good angle to come down and get on the yellow above the 8 ball to then get on the 8 ball. So just a little bit of work at the back end here.
Bit close to the cushion. I think he's okay, but
I don't think this is a natural shot. He's going to have to force this.
Oh, he's done really well.
Fully recovered the situation. Simple 8 ball for a 3-1 lead. Might still be slightly irritated it's not 4-0, but the response to making a really poor error was just back-to-back finishes from the rate. Tom Cousins 3-1 in front. Long way to go.
Sometimes it almost works negatively for you, and in that situation it definitely did. But the way that Cohen's got to look at it, he has got his first frame on the board, and over the course of the match he probably will get a couple more opportunities, but he knows in himself as long as he nails his break he will get chances off his own, as he did in the first frame. So, you know, don't talk yourself out of it just because you're 3-1 down. You've got a long way to go. But then again, you're facing the same old clinical Tom Cousins, aren't you?
Yeah. If I was playing Tom Cousins, I think I'll be happy to be 3-1 down, to be honest with you.
I'd shake his hand at that point and walk away.
Yeah. I didn't get bageled. Tough chance this one for Tom, because the one problem he has is a tough problem to solve. 2 yellows underneath the red at the bottom left.
Yeah, I seen him going for it there. That's a great shot. I mean, is he a bit unlucky?
He is unlucky, but Tom's, I think, how many players in the world play the shot that Tom just played? It's very few.
Do you know what? He's actually played a couple of really deep screw shots already in this match to be able to develop balls early on in the frame, but it goes back to the point that you've made a couple of times, Si, in terms of the fact that Tom is the best player in the world for attacking his problems early, and that's just why he's been so clinical all year.
The best way I can describe it, because he is, I don't think...
Oh, that's a joke.
Beautiful recovery. He attacks so much quicker than other players, because I was expecting him to use the 2 reds in the triangle area to use that as to play the breakout. But as I was trying to explain, I felt that the yellows being where they were, he could play the breakout and not get the ball out. So he saw it straight away. He attacked it second shot. If he hasn't got the angle to do it first shot, he'll do it second shot. And it's so often, and he gets the reward off it so often. Whereas I think other players in that same situation, as we see him miss a bad one from hampered queuing. I'll just finish my point as Cohen comes to the table, and a really important visit for him. think other players, and I'm talking about top players, might wait an extra 2 shots before they break out, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. By then, though, the chance, you know, the frame's won or lost on that particular shot.
Yeah, I mean, just going back to the frame there, I mean, Tom pulled out an unbelievable double, came, you know, in between the red at the top end of the table, landed a little bit hampered on the yellows. But I just wonder if that mistake he made earlier on was in his mind a little bit, where he just caught the red. It just feels like the last couple of times he's played hampered shots, he's just cued that little bit higher. That's a great first shot from Cohen as well.
I just wonder, is he on the red bottom left? Because he kind of could do with getting that one out the way. If he is, can he connect? He'd need to left-hand one of the 2 yellows, ideally to go into right centre.
Yeah, because if he can, he'd play this into the thick part of the pocket and just play the yellow above it straight after. Exactly like that. Yeah, Cohen's played this really well. The exact pattern that he needed to get. This is all down now to his position on the 8 ball. He's done really well to navigate the yellows on the left-hand side. He's just got to mark his line here. That wall of reds just slightly in the middle makes the final part of this clearance more difficult. Got an okay angle. It's just a bit in between. I don't know if he's going to try and screw through the reds, or, you know, potentially top spin and try and find a gap.
I think he could nip this and just screw past the right hand one of the 3 together. But he looks like he's going to come. Oh, maybe he can't, looking at that. Oh, this is a pressure 8 ball. This is a big shot.
I think he was trying to leave himself, wasn't he, all the way to the top left. As he maybe got a double to the corner. That is the kind of shot I have seen Cohen pull out a couple of times. He loves to play an exhibition shot, does Cohen. So whether this is the time or place or not, I don't know. But yeah, you can see him looking at that double to the corner. Just got to be wary of how this slides off the cushion. Oh, it was a good effort. But he did play it with white ball in mind. I don't mind it, but at the same time, you are playing Tom Cousins.
Huge disappointment then for Cohen, because he'd done all the work. He really had done all the work. Just leave a good angle, get on the 8 ball, and you are 3-2. I really thought he was going to miss that double on the high cushion. I thought we were going to see a massive slide on him, and he wasn't. So he's adjusted well in 5 frames to the table to get that close to the double. In all honesty, that was such a tough double to find.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with being young as well. You just kind of find your natural game and then just roll with it. There's no... Some players could double guess themselves a bit. That's a good pot from Tom, but...
He needs another.
Yeah, he's in between, isn't he?
Well, he rattled both balls. I thought he'd miss both of them when he struck them.
This is going to be agony for Cohen, isn't it?
Yeah. Essentially, it's a gift apiece here if Tom now completes from here. And he has a straight 8 ball to do just that. It is a race to 13 here, 25 frame match, but in the early running there's been some interesting little scenarios, and it's Tom Cousins that has got the best of it.
He's definitely not been run off the table by Tom as of yet. He's found his cut break again as well, which is good.
can see the red into the bottom left. This is a great opportunity, but I don't know if he can. He's looking at it now. I don't think it quite does.
And it's big, because if he can't see it, then what else does he have? He's looking at the plant. This is tough. This is tough.
This is maybe a 2, 3 and 10. Oh, it's a great shot.
Yeah, and I was worried he was going to put his red that he was playing dead, but he hasn't. He's gone a touch further than he would have liked, but an excellent shot.
It's not dead, but you've got to be particular on it, and because he's got no surrounding reds on it, it makes it that bit more awkward. Because the only other red he could utilise is the one he's going to take next. I think he tried to play for it there. Has he overrun it? I think slightly. So he's going to have to come up the table. Potentially he could leave the thin reds into the right middle till last. That's probably the way he's going to have to go. Or is he going to try and attack it again now? He is. Oh, needs that to slow down.
I think he still has to take it. It is thin, it's awkward, and getting onto the next ball is not ideal, but...
Half a ball short of there, he's perfect.
Yeah. And that's the difference with it, that original plant with the red just going that extra turn onto the cushion as well.
He's accepted that this is tough. Yeah. I mean, it covers the pocket, but I mean, especially on this table as well, it's nothing really. Tom's got balls, he can skill shot with it. Options have lost a turn as well.
Does he just do it straight away? Slightly off angle on the cushion, but it would win the frame if he gets it. I think he's going for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, he could play the one in the middle and wait it out for the next shot. Because he's just a little bit close to the cushion. That's the only catch with playing it now. You can tell that he wants to, but... yeah,
makes this shot so much easier being where he is now.
Wow. I did not expect that.
Yeah, nor did Tom. See his reaction. Complete shock.
He just didn't hit it with any conviction, I'm going to be honest with you. See the way he kind of cued through the ball, it just... I don't want to say quit on it, but it didn't feel like that cue went through the Tom Cousins way. I mean, this is a huge visit now for Cohen. Once again, he's kind of been offered the bait a little bit by Tom. It's a big shot if he's going to take this into the top left first shot. Needs to cue this clean. Oh, no. Felt like he needed to stun it. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I maybe would have just dropped that in-plane ball and just accepted a slightly more difficult second red.
Yeah, almost using 2 shots to get yourself into prime position rather than trying to do it all in one and making it such a high tariff shot. You saw Tom in the previous frame when he had the tricky ball to the top right to counter, how he just accepted the tough pot. He didn't try and do too much. He didn't try and manipulate the cue ball and throw it around the table. He just went, this is a tough pot, I'm going to make it, and then I'm going to back myself to make the next one, and then I'm back into prime position.
I think that's another bit of advice, isn't it, really, for any player that's coming out onto the TV table for the first time. Trust in your ability. Know that if you have got a couple of awkward balls to play, that you can play them. Don't feel like you've got to do all the work in one in case something goes wrong. As it is, Tom's going to mop it up. And that's going to be another one that gets away from Cohen.
(5-1) to Tom.
I don't blame him for just going out and enjoying this one.
You amount he'll learn from it will be huge, won't it? So enjoy the experience, try not to get too up or down on it, and go again.
Yeah, once again, Tom going for that cut break. Wasn't as clean as usual, but still offered and presented him with a decent opportunity. Reds look decent. He's just got to navigate the first shot. Just from where he'd be potting that red, it's going into the yellow above it, and won't have too much control over where that white ball goes. There you go, so that's why he played it with a bit more venom. That yellow going in helps, but is he on the next ball?
He has a couple of tricky options, or at least one. The ball furthest right does go top left.
Yeah, very good, right in the heart of the pocket. Is that white going to roll for him? I just wouldn't have minded it going on a roll further. If he'd landed plumb on the red to the top left, this was out, but as it is, it's just one more positional shot he's got to play. Oh, and he tried to attack it there. That's gone wrong, so a couple of recoveries to play here still. The red that he got into the right middle is going to be taking him away from his work, so you can see he's really jacking up the cue here, trying to go into the yellow above it. Very, very good. Just opens up that problem red, and now he should get out. And this is a bit more of the Tom Cousins we know, just hitting things with authority. I think now that he's at 5-1, he's just laying the gauntlet down here. Because with these longer races as well, so you want to make a statement. It's not just a case of, you know, get the win, get through, get to the next round. This is Tom Cousins we're talking about. He's here to win a title.
Yeah, he's very relaxed though, isn't he? He knows, you know, he's more than likely to win this without really having to find his top gear. You know, he will respect the game enough to do just that.
Oh, he mishit that completely.
Yeah, he's just not. His first break was really good. Since then, it's gone off the boil.
It just, yeah, but there was body movement in that.
Catching the front ball. White, he lost the cue ball completely.
So this is the only thing you don't want to see, is Cohen potentially panic a little bit because of the fact that he's 6-1 down. You know, sometimes when you're that far behind, you don't want to get embarrassed. So you're almost trying to compensate, and that's actually when you kind of unfold yourself a little bit more. You know, there's nothing to be embarrassed about here. To be honest with you, Cohen's already done better than 90% of pool players getting a frame on the board. So now just go out and make the most of it. But Tom is going to carry on attacking. Once again, loads of spin on the ball. Just trying to promote everything in one go.
I think the two reds are offset, aren't they? They're not on for a plant. So he does need one more cannon. Can he make that?
I don't know if he can maybe turn it in with a bit of side. He's looking at it. Oh, has he got the ball?
Oh, it does look. It does go. Look at that.
Ah.
It looks like it goes easy.
Yeah, the plant goes right in the centre. Oh, he has just knocked that 8-ball a little bit awkward. He wanted that to stop a roll shorter. He's still got it into the right middle, but just where there's quite a few clusters, he wanted that to be as open as possible. Moving that yellow out of the way helps. But it does just mean, yeah, this is what he's scratching his head about a little bit. Just where he's landed, he's going to have to use the red closest to the bottom left as his final ball. Because of that, it just makes it a little bit trickier to get towards that 8-ball. Unless he's going to try and sieve a gap and maybe use the one. No, he has just settled. So, yeah, just interested to see how he gets close to the 8 ball here. Is he on it? Yeah.
Playing well now, isn't he? That was an excellent finish from Tom Cousins.
He's a little bit unlucky with the split, but I mean, how much spin did he get on this? White ball almost made a bit of a U-bend as it got towards the bottom cushion. Can he just drop this into the middle pocket? If he can, he's got a decent opportunity. This is very, very tricky.
Starting to get the sense of this is Tom Cousins in almost practice mode. Imagine being his practice partner where he just relentlessly comes to the table, mops up relentlessly and just keeps doing it.
So that's what happened to Sean's story, wasn't it? And then he stopped practicing with him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a joke. You know, shots like that, the shot in the middle pocket is really, really tricky, and he's just got down and knocked it in the middle like it was just the average shot. You know. And what that is it's years of engineering, and it's someone with such a relaxed arm that you wouldn't even think they're playing in a tournament. That's a nice shot. Once again, he could have waited to take this red out later, but he's looked towards it in this bottom corner. Just makes navigating towards that 8 ball a little bit easier as well. Oh,
he's missed one. Actually has missed a couple in the match, but it's not been punished enough.
Cohen's got a loss of turn on here that I don't blame him for playing late. He's just put the cue in an area.
Has to play it, doesn't he? Takes control of the frame if he plays this loss of turn and gets the snooker.
You know, whether you're playing Tom Cousins or anybody else, you've got to use the advantage of balls. It's really nicely played, but Cohen will sense the opportunity here that he's got a lot of coverage space, a lot of places to hide the white ball, and he can basically get Tom to do his bidding and unlock the balls for him in this frame. Yeah, Tom wanting to use this side cushion, going the other way. You risk getting it off. This is close.
Beautiful shot.
Can't even hide the white ball on him, so can you? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, what's he got next though? Because this isn't easy. Okay, the pot's one thing, but pot this and get on the 8 ball.
This is Tom Cousins. He might just dig down. He might just dig down, commit on it to the bottom right, and just leave the white ball on this left-hand side cushion. Otherwise, maybe a cut to the middle, go off 2 cushions. See which way he goes. Yeah. Oh, he's changed his mind. Oh, he's pot. Well, I mean, what a miscue that is.
How can you miscue and still go in?
I mean, that's unbelievable. Obviously, the time clock just caught him out a little bit there, but yeah, that was a total miss hit. And the red's still gone right in the centre of the pocket. I mean, what can you do? But I mean, now he's got a double, and it's a tough double. Cut back into the bottom left. gone for it, but he's missed it. So now this is an opportunity for Cohen. And a good one as well. Because that yellow does drop into that left-hand middle pocket. He's just got to get the first shot right. He's got a bit more angle on this than he would have liked for this yellow. Just drop it in, give yourself an area. And from there he can go. Very good. I wouldn't blame him getting one of the ones of the two in the middle out of the way. Yeah, I like that. Play down for the one at the bottom. Doesn't want to be too straight though. Yeah, if he lands anywhere near the middle of the table here, he should get out. Oh, you didn't need to use two cushions, Cohen. That felt a bit unnecessary. Okay, he's still okay, but he's now got to pull out a shot. He got it? Yeah, he has. Very nice. And now he's just got to wait one good one here. And short. Now he's going to have to play a very good shot off of a couple of cushions. Is he looking middle and then going 3 cushions? This is tough. No. Yes.
Oh, you nearly got your commentator's eye wrong there. What?
It didn't look like it was going to drop.
Big 8-ball coming up here.
Yeah, I'm very surprised at how he played it. He's just trying to kind of hold the white ball. I think he put the wrong side on it, but this is good cueing required. Oh, brilliant.
Beautiful cueing from the young man. You could see there, that was such a good angle to see his technique. It's fantastic. It really is. 5-2 to Chris Alexander. Carl Sutton 5-3 up over Kevin George. Scott Gillespie, the defending champion, 9-1 up over Keith Warren. Matt Cook is 5-0 up over his namesake Ray Cook. Ryan Labeth is 6-1 up over Andy Millard. And Shane Thompson, trying to find some form, is 7-1 up over Mark Redding. As we see Cohen get another dry break. This one much better though, but still no reward.
Yeah, once again, it's not a bad layout, but yeah, there's a couple of bits of work to do. Tom will immediately be identifying that yellow towards the top left that's sat on the red, as well as the yellow on the left-hand side cushion that's also blocked by the red into that same corner. There's one problem solved. And actually where he solved that problem, he's put the yellow in a position to solve the other one. So that's good as well. See, that's thinking about 5 shots ahead. Playing that cannon to move the red opens up the 8-ball already, so that means that the only issue he's got now is the one he's in a good position to fix. Ooh. He was a bit straight. Try to kind of force the ball through. If he's on the one to the top right, he's a little bit lucky, to be honest.
I think he is just on it.
I think he's bending this.
He wasn't on it. Another chance goes. Well, what we had, 9 frames. This is frame 10. 2 more to come after this, time allowing. Cohen could win them all. Might have a match on our hands here, and he has an opportunity. He's favourite to win this frame. Not easy though.
Yeah, I was going to say, you say that, he's not really got a place to hide.
Yeah, just wondering, he can't play the loss of turn really and get the cue ball safe unless he really hit an excellent shot. There's not much room to play with.
Is he going for this in the middle? He is.
Oh, it was brave.
He's hit the white ball though.
Yeah.
But Tom is going to put him in a world of pain here. I wonder if he can just flick this off the yellow and put it back where it is. If not, I mean, did he just look at the pot? I mean, oh, he could pot the one in the corner.
Yeah, I thought that was not on. Excellent shot.
Tell you what, my commentator's eye's definitely gone side.
You need to work on that.
Yeah.
That wasn't... oh, he's okay. I thought he was in trouble for a second. He's off angle. He's not what he wanted. He'll still have a shot at the 8 ball here.
He's played a couple of not really convincing screw shots recently. I don't know whether it's just because he's trying to force the ball a little bit more, but either way, he's got a good opportunity here. 8 ball for the frame.
And he goes. Just when I thought he was getting into full flow, he's just made a few mistakes in the last couple of frames.
Yeah, I mean, that's the good thing about format and kind of session pool. I'll get off from Tom there. But that example actually might even come to fruition here. Say, for example, Cohen rushes through, wins this frame, goes 8-3. He might think, well, actually, I don't want to give Tom time to reset. I want him to kind of think about what he's just done and quickly sneak in another frame.
But if he was playing, exactly that, because he's got the next break, get that extra frame in. If he was able to make the reverse here, and then he has the next break, and you could go reverse finish, break finish to end the session. All of a sudden, 8-4. Yes, he's still massive second favourite, but it carries momentum into the next session.
Well, I mean, Tom's mentality would be, obviously, if it finished 8-2 and there was not another frame finished here, then obviously in that circumstance, then he's going to walk away happy. He's going to be in complete control. If it goes 8-4, he's going to be walking away going, how have I not killed this off?
Yeah.
And for Cohen, on the flip side of that, he's going to think, well, I've dished a couple here. Why can't I dish a couple more when I come out? And it's just a complete mentality change. Cohen's got a job to do here. He's got these yellows exactly where he wants them.
Slightly hampered queuing. I thought he'd take the other one here.
I did, but he's
played that well.
Is he hampered? I think he is.
Yeah, I thought he'd take the other one, and the one he's looking at now, I thought he'd then be playing bottom left corner. I guess it was slightly too much angle both ways.
He's done very well there, just to kill that white. Now he's just got to make sure he cues this nicely. Just make sure that white goes through.
Bit stabby, that one.
Yeah.
He's still okay. I mean, the 8 ball's over the middle pocket and it plays big with the red where it is, so he's no real issues here. Just, that's it. Make sure you don't hit the red at the top of the table here. Make sure this doesn't slide on you, and you... Yeah, it just misses it. He's okay.
Yeah, this is exactly what Cohen needed. And he's quick killed it as well. So very, very good. 2 minutes 50 left, and it's Cohen's break as well.
Yeah, we can essentially forget about the match clock now. This is the 12th frame coming up. We will see it to a conclusion.
Cohen's changing his break here as well. He's going front ball. So is he going to try and put a bit of juice on this and see? He is. Oh, that's a great break. He's flushed it. How's the layout?
It's good. He needs an opener. He needs an opener on the reds. Does he have one? I don't think he does, you know. I really don't think. He's been a bit unlucky, because if he had any red here, reds are really nice.
Is he looking at a plant?
Yeah, I think he is, and I don't blame him. I think the plant wins the frame. 8 ball's a little guarded, but he can get there, but the plant gets him on the red at the top of the table. Oh, he can see the one.
Gap.
He's got the gap. He's okay.
Wow, this is huge.
Yeah, just track the one at the bottom of the table here, and then get yourself back up. You can manipulate the one to left centre. Yeah, that's what he's looking at now. What does he need to get on? He needs to get the low angle. If he gets high, he's got an issue getting onto the next ball. Straight works.
Straight's perfect. I think that's exactly where he is.
Yeah. this will be some statement from the young man, wouldn't it?
But this is exactly what he does, and it's terrifying, to be honest with you. You know, I kind of mentioned that game with 𝗏𝗏𝘆 he played previously. He was way down in that game as well. I think he was something like 9-4 or 10-4. He's come back to 10-all. You know, he's got the ability to do it, and when he gets on a run, he's dangerous. He just wanted that to go through a little bit more.
Yeah, I was thinking when he left the straight angle to get onto the one he's just played, if he had got low, he could have got on the one in the middle of the table, which essentially means he'd be where he is now with only the 8 ball left, and it would have made a difference.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Is he completely dead on it?
There is a tiniest gap, but yeah, even if he makes this off one cushion,
he's got a double.
Yeah, I guess he'd have the double. I don't think he'd go too low, but this is not what he was looking for.
Oh, he's fouled.
And he's fouled.
Oh,
well.
that's a double whammy, that. Only saving grace is where he sat the red. The 8 ball doesn't go now, so Tom's got to cannon all of it out. But then again, actually, if he can just play it off the middle, then that's not really an issue either. So
it looks quite high. I thought he was going to go yellow to top right with the angle to go into the problem, but he was happier with that as his option. I mean, why not? It's very nice.
Yeah, that's a huge opportunity miss for Cohen. I think from the outlay after the first session, will Cohen be a little bit disappointed? I suppose yes, he could have come out. He probably could have stolen a 7-5 out of this, maybe even a 6-all at a push. But I think for your first game on TV, I think you've got to be realistic in the fact that you aren't going to take every chance. So, I mean, 9-3 from, I think, commentator's perspective, I think he's done okay.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting him to come in here and win the match. And yes, he may well have done himself because confidence of youth, but the experience he will have gained from playing Tom Cousins, and he absolutely has not disgraced himself at all. And he still, I guess, has a fighting chance for session 2.
Yeah, obviously for Cohen's situation, obviously if he was to lose this match, there is a plate in this event as well. So, you know, it's not all at a loss. And once again, playing on the TV table, you give yourself a bit of confidence going into that as well. So it wouldn't surprise me that obviously if he does end up going down that route, if he did go on a good run, but for now he's going to have to settle for 9-3 and see what he can do in the next session.
Yeah, 9-3 it is. Tom Cousins just about doing enough, really. Very much preserving his lead, but good to see Cohen Bradford putting up a fight there at the end. What a shame he couldn't win the final frame and make it a 4-frame gap.
The Scott Ryan one, I think that one went really close. If it just was for one 8 ball that Ryan missed, it would be 6 apiece. There was nothing to split them at all. So that one's going to go deep. But don't write off Cohen getting a couple of frames here. I'm excited to see how he comes out in the second session. Now he's got nothing to lose, so why not just throw the gauntlet at it?
Well, let's just take away the fact that it's Tom Cousins, the #1 player, against one of the up-and-coming youngsters in Cohen Bradford. At 9-3 down, how much hope do you give the player that's trailing in terms of your 6 behind? But Tom still does need 4 frames.
You're not, at this point, I think you've got to be realistic, and I think Cohen won't be seeing this as I'm going to come out and win. This is a case of you do it in stages.
Yeah.
Get a couple of frames on the board, get to 9-5, 9-6. If you're in that position at that point, brilliant, attack it. If Tom comes out and wins the next couple of frames, you're just doing damage limitation and making yourself look good, and that'll be how it goes.
Yeah, also, you know, how much did you go back and review what happened this afternoon? Do you kind of try and think about it, especially from Cohen's perspective, in terms of did you go away and learn the lessons? And, you know, he came into this match as a big underdog and no one's really expecting him to win. So just take the positives. You know, you certainly, you very much competed with Tom out there. It looks lopsided at 9-3, but he had his moments, and barring a mistake here and there, it could easily be a couple closer here. You know, 7-5 wouldn't have been outrageous, but probably maybe one closer would have been slightly better.
Well, I mean,
8-4 maybe.
I mean, Cohen's somebody that obviously likes to analyse, obviously because of the fact that he's younger, he's really hyped and really enjoys everything about pool. So I had a good opportunity to speak to him in between the sessions, and I think he analysed it as, you know, like, I would have fancied to take a couple more. I think he wanted 7-5. I think that was his target going into it. And I think, you know, obviously the support circle he's got with Dave Gilbert, Kyle Cope, all of the boys that have kind of trained him up around Swaddling Coat area, they've all just kind of told him, go, be a bit more realistic, like, you're going to struggle, you're going to be nervous, which he was. And, you know, he's learned that now. And, you know, as a quick learner, when you're a bit younger, kind of you process things a little bit quicker. It wouldn't surprise me if he comes out now and, you know, really just goes for it. It's just landed a bit awkward though here.
Yeah, can he get to that cushion? If he can get to that cushion, he's a chance here. Yeah, tried to, but see how wide that throws when you try and inject the pace to get there.
I don't know if he's even got a smidge of this just to be able to kind of flick off it and do something with it. Just flick the red.
Yeah, that could bring the end of the frame. And that is essentially, that happened to Cohen, what, probably 2, maybe 3 times in the first session where it looked like he was in for a clearance, but there was one bit of work to do, and he tried to do it, but maybe a touch too late.
Yeah, I think when you're playing on the TV table for the first...
Wow, my word.
Wow, Tom.
That is a shocker.
Yeah, when you're on the TV for the first time, you kind of feel like you need to get yourself settled in, going for clearances. Sometimes, you know, as I say, it's the polar opposite for someone like Tom. As the best player in the world at the moment, you see him constantly taking out the difficult balls early, whereas when you're a bit younger and maybe a bit more kind of unaware of how the TV tables work, you just feel like you've got to wait it out a little bit more, get settled in before you start doing things like that.
It was a poor mistake from Tom, but he didn't give away another opportunity. Tom Cousins is the best in the world at what you're saying about attacking early. I mean, he's the best in the world anyway, but in terms of that is an element where other players wait. He does not wait.
Wow. Wow. I mean, this is...
What are we watching?
This is...
That may be the worst shot I've ever seen Tom Cousins play.
The fact that he hasn't gone in and off there is, to be honest with you, very, very lucky. I can't wrap my head around it as to why he's played it like that. Why not just kind of, like, if you're going to set yourself up for the red, why not just drop it in?
Yeah, was he trying to, did he just get his line wrong? He was trying to get the cue ball to the break line and make the plant that way? I don't know, it was a strange shot, but it's not going to cost him. Yeah, I'm assuming the way he's gone about this, that the ball by the 8 ball must go top right.
It doesn't look like it from the overhead, but
No,
maybe it does.
But he's got the angle. If he pulls back to the middle of the table, he can play for it left centre. He hasn't, so it must go. Needed to be another 6 inches left if he was going to play for it to the left centre, so
yeah,
that told us it must go.
It's right in behind it anyway, so even if it has just got a hot pocket, he's fine. What a bizarre first frame.
Very strange, but Tom Cousins does win it. He gets himself to double digits, 10-3.
Solid strike.
First golden break of the day, but of course no frame for the golden.
I was going to say the golden break that's not golden.
The non-golden. Good break though, he hit that really, really well. I see him darting his eyes around the table, he's counting. Did I make a ball? Because you heard balls rattling, so you think you've made a ball, but he unfortunately hasn't.
That's so unlucky, isn't it, really? I mean...
And this is the point where Stephen Jameson and myself normally start to debate the merits of should that be classed as a dry break or not. Where do you stand on that side of the fence?
Do you know what? I was absolutely waiting for you to make the comment that JMO turned around and went, yeah, I don't know if I like that rule or not. I think I'm in the same boat as as 𝗍𝗲 was. I think at the end of the day, if you make a ball, that is the essential of the break, and if you're not going to be rewarded for that, it seems a bit harsh.
But there's 15 balls still on the table, which is always my counter-argument.
Yeah, but there's 15 balls on the table no matter which cue sport you play. If you make a ball off of either of those breaks, you're going to carry on, and I don't know.
Yeah, I do see the argument, and I'm very much, I wouldn't say I'm sitting on the fence, I'm leaning very much towards the rule is right, but it is a tough one, because he has hit the break so well, and he's made a ball, and therefore you feel like he deserves the chance. But equally, there's 15 balls on the table, and nothing went down.
I think, from an ultimate perspective, I think you can get away with it a little bit more because of the fact that obviously in some events you have the golden break, so yeah. Sometimes you're under-rewarded, sometimes you're almost over-rewarded for it, so it balances out. Yeah, Tom's in good position here again. Got the reds exactly where he wants him, out in the middle of the table. I can't really see too much going wrong here. I don't know if it's just me, Si. Maybe it's just my perspective on things. It feels like Tom's slowed down a little bit in this match. He's not quite played at the same pace that I've seen him play at in previous events.
Yeah, I've not noticed that. He's never been, he likes to just stay in his own pace around the table, doesn't he? He's never been one that likes to fly around and get it done ultra quick.
It's extremely minimal, but it's just... Sometimes you see him walk around and it's, even though it's still very casual, it's with that bit more purpose, and whereas now, at the moment, it just feels like, I don't know, dragging his feet along a little bit more, I don't know.
It may be one of those situations where he's trying hard not to, disrespect the situation he's in, but he knew he was a big favourite coming into the match, and he essentially did all the work in the first session, and this match, barring kind of miracles, is over. And he probably feels that, so the competitive juices maybe aren't quite flowing for him right now. But he still makes a reverse clearance there, and Matt Cook's also in action. He's 10-3 up over Ray Cook, who's just won their first frame of the second session. Come back on, maybe.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We obviously had that initial discussion, didn't we, at the start of the day, where we kind of both made the point of the cream should rise to the top in this kind of event. Obviously, the players that are the best in the world in a long format should most of the time be coming out winning. There's just been a couple of anomalies so far as you go through the draw. Obviously, that Ryan Fleming result is a big surprise. Chris Alexander, I wouldn't say is really touted as being one of the top amateurs, as good as he is. And then you've got the likes of the Jamie Graham match against 𝗠𝗁𝗃𝗄𝗃 as well. I don't think anybody would have seen that coming.
But it is back to 7-5 though. It was 6-0 and now 7-5, so turnaround perhaps is, I think maybe Sean's still favourite going into session 2.
Yeah, I'd say so, but then again, obviously, if he loses the first 2 frames, then it's completely flipped on its head again. So
that's why I like these split session matches. It does create a little bit of a different dynamic. I should have actually mentioned as well, I skipped this because it happened so quickly, but we do have our first result of the tournament. Scott Gillespie has completed victory, 13-1 over Keith Warren. Damage all done earlier on this morning. 11-1. He's just won the first 2 frames of session 2, and he's the defending champion is safely into the last 64.
I was going to say, not many people have touted 𝗡𝗄𝘃 so far, but obviously for the event that he had last time out, and obviously some of the results he had at the start of the season, obviously he was in the final of the British Open, wasn't he? He could be a bit of a kind of dark horse shout out, really.
I think he's a player that will benefit from the longer race. I really do. Oh, the Tom's put himself in trouble again.
Yeah, he's too far. He's going to have to play a double here, I think, to try and get himself out of a situation. But it's not an easy double because he's going to be losing the white to the reds as well. So he's got to factor that in as well. This isn't easy. Although he did knock one in similar to this earlier on in the match. He's got it.
And he's landed as well. Brilliant shot.
You could pick it up with your hand and put it any better than that. Options on both yellows. And Is this the beginning of the end for Cohen Bradford?
I think the beginning of the end might have been a while ago, to be fair. I mean, playing Tom Cousins at 9-3 down, it's hard to see a way back in, but it could all happen very quickly here, as Tom Cousins is this simple 8-ball away from getting himself on the hill. On the hill he does go. Almost simultaneously, Shane Thompson has become the second player to win in the last 1-2-8, completes his 13-1 victory. I think he's a player that relies so much on touch, and when his touch just goes a touch, then the results can then fall off, which I think we've seen happen this year. So I think this tournament benefits Shane as well, because he's such a beautiful player that a nice good start there for him, good table time. He'll get stronger as the tournament goes on, I believe. He's also coming off the back of the World Championship, so he's had plenty of table time in this version of the game. So could be a good tournament for Shane to get back in a deep run.
Cohen going dry there. Obviously Tom has the opportunity to kill the match off in this frame, but it's not really left Tom a nice opener. So there's going to be work here for him to do. He's going to play this cut on the yellow into the middle pocket, but always just trust into a bit of luck with the white.
The work feels like one shot though, because now everything goes.
Does it though? Does that yellow to the top left pass?
I believe it does. I'm sure it does.
Yeah, I'm going to figure he's going to potentially try and play right behind it now. Or has he just got a bit too much angle? Yeah.
I think it goes so comfortably he doesn't need to worry. I really don't think it's an issue for him. We know Tom. We know if that didn't go, he would have played to move it 3-4 shots ago. Although he just had a very good look at it, so maybe it is tighter than I'm making out.
Yeah, it just looks on the main camera, doesn't it? Like that red is slightly in the way of it, but he's obviously happy enough with it to sit behind it. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah. Maybe a roll short. He played it with a bunch of kind of drag.
He's so good at killing the cue ball in those situations. Quite amazing.
That is going to be that, isn't it? I mean, yeah, routine 8-ball.
Yeah, this is a result that nobody will be surprised at, but I have to say, quick word for Cohen, he is a star of the future, already making waves in the amateur game, obviously making huge waves in the junior game. I mean, he's just had a day against the best player in the world, and he certainly gave as good as he got for an awful long time, but it is Tom Cousins that moves on. He goes into the last 64.